And one final question here. One of the things we're very big at here at Premier is making the event planner look good and making their lives easier. And we talked about you talk to the event planner ahead of time, but I've got to say you could be out of the athletes out there, you could be the most accessible athlete speaker that I've come across. And so just describe some of the things that you've done at events. I know you just got back from the one in Bermuda. What are some of the things that you do at the event, including speaking, but some of the other things too?
Yeah, I mean, I've been really blessed and fortunate to have done a number of speaking engagements, both to the triathlon community, but also corporate speaking engagements to non-sporting or non-triathlon audiences. Mm-hmm. What's really important for me is that I don't see it as a commercial venture where I come in, give a talk, and leave again. What's really, really important to me is that I effectively engage with the audience so that I can actively and effectively impart the messages that I feel passionately about conveying. And that means especially doing my research beforehand, mm-hmm. knowing my battlefield, going back to Art of War, but researching the organization, the company, the club that I'm going to speak about. What is the audience like? What are they interested in? What's the company's focus? What are they trying to achieve? What obstacles might they be trying to overcome? And really tailor my talk to suit that audience. You can't just come with this cookie cutter solution and expect that your message will be effectively conveyed or received. So that's really important for me to do my research and understand who I'm speaking to. I also like to meet the people that I'm talking to, both the event organizer, but also as many members of the audience as I possibly can, both before and after. And there are many ways of doing that. Sometimes if it's an award ceremony, for example, I can mingle before and then chat to people and sign autographs afterwards. Or we can do it in a slightly less formal setting. For example, when I've spoken to Microsoft and also to the insurance company in Bermuda, I've actually led some rides with the employees of the company. So we've gone on, actually one of them was a 3-hour ride. Wow. And an open water swim. Or I've done a run with the employees of the company. Mm-hmm. I've also hosted lunches around the presentations that I've given. And what we often do is we use that as an opportunity to raise money for charity. So we will auction off 10 spots, for example, and the highest bidders get the privilege, supposedly, of having lunch with me. I have to make sure I'm on my best behaviour and bring my table manners. But but that's a great opportunity of giving some employees, some members of a club, some one-on-one time with me. And I gave a talk in Bermuda, and we auctioned off coffee with Chrissie, which was great. We raised $1,000, and this one lady, we had coffee for 3 hours, and it was absolutely wonderful. So those, as some of the ways in which I like to plan and engage with the people that I'm teaming up and partnering with. I think what's also important is afterwards having the opportunity for people to ask questions. Mm-hmm. So giving a presentation and then having the opportunity for them to ask questions, both as an audience but also on a one-to-one basis. And I usually do that through autograph signing. So I sign autographs, enable people to have their photos taken with me, and then if necessary, if they want to, pick my brains still further. for advice and top tips and information. But it's also a great way for me to connect on a very personal level with the people that I'm meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, for me, the privilege of being in the position that I'm in. I'm a role model and an ambassador for my sport. I take that responsibility so incredibly seriously, and I will do what I can to impart my passion for the sport, but to give back as much as is possible on a global, but also on a very local, personal level.
Mm-hmm.